Hey guys, today I'm going to go over OspreyFX and we're going to take a look at this broker. They've been around for a little bit of time and they've been getting some popularity. People have been talking about them and I thought I'd check them out as a trader myself and see what they're all about. So here's their homepage. Here's a look at, just going to go over their homepage, and as well as we're going to go over back and forth over an article that I made, which kind of has this information out nice and neatly. It just nice and yeah, put it all together. So if you want to check this out for yourself, it is at thesample.network.com/OspreyFX. Just don't mind the conversion. You don't have to put that in. OspreyFX. I'll also put a link in the description below that takes you straight there. So you can get a nice clean, everything's kind of compact and put together in one space for you instead of having to go back and forth and look. But just going to go over the home page here to take a look at what is offered. As you can see right from the top, they have funded accounts. If you don't know what funded accounts are, I'll talk about that a little bit later. They have all these other things. You can also become an affiliate with these guys, which I am. Myself, I am an affiliate. If you decide to use OspreyFX for any reason, do check out the links that I have. And I do want to put a disclaimer out there that I am affiliated by these, as well as some alternatives that I'll be giving with OspreyFX. And so I just want to let you keep that in mind. Man, it's been a long day. So over here, you can see they offer MT4 as well as MT5 for in terms of platforms. Right here shows you what they have to offer. They have over 120 assets, dedicated support, good leverage of 1 to 500. Good as in, I mean, rather depends on how you use leverage. As long as you're responsible, which is a big thing. A lot of people see high leverage and they're like, oh my God, now I can go nuts. But it's all about risk, making sure, because you got to take the other side into account as well. Yes, you can make big gains, you can maximize on your gains, but you can also maximize on your losses if you're not very careful, which is why putting a stop loss, having good risk management is way more important first, then looking at leverage and how you can use that. It's a good tool. It is a really good tool to use if you know how to use it. So just keep that in mind. Deposit fees, they don't charge anything, so which is nice. They like most brokers, they don't account for fees that your bank may charge. So if your bank charges a certain fee, they don't cover that. Some brokers do. Some brokers might cover any of those external fees, but for the most part, that's kind of outside of their boundary. And then it shows like the spreads that they offer, micro account lots, so you can trade micro lots as a minimum. And then these are the assets that they allow you to trade. So they offer major forex pairs, as well as exotics, and then the crosses. So these are the major ones. Crypto shows you over here, as well as indices, energies, and shares and metals that they allow you to trade. So that's pretty cool. I'm just going to go over metals real quick because I know some people always ask like, oh, can I trade gold or can I trade, or is it just the XAU USD? So in this case, it's the pair. It is the dollar pair that you trade in terms of metals. And then these are the quick links to what they have to offer over here, which I'll be going over in detail in a little bit. And then some articles, some resources that they have, and then links down here, as well as a little bit of a disclaimer. It gives you some information on risk and where they're regulated and all that stuff. Right here you can see straight off the bat they do not take in U.S. residents clients. Hopefully that changes. I know a lot of brokers do not take in U.S. clients just because of the law that's in place in the U.S., where I won't go into too much detail. It basically says that if you're a broker that is situated in the U.S., only then can you do business with U.S. residents. No, it's more than that, but that's kind of like the gist of it. So it's almost like they have their own monopoly. That's why there's only select few brokers who can cater to U.S. citizens or U.S. clients, whereas others can't. So hopefully that changes because there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of good prices that I'm sure as a U.S. resident, I see it. I'm like, oh my God, that's a good deal. I want that. But I can't because they don't cater to U.S. clients. I'm Canadian, by the way, so by us, yeah, didn't mean us. Anyways, kind of went without saying. So that's an idea. That's their homepage right there that you can see. And I'm just gonna switch over to the article that I have, just because everything is laid out nice and neatly on here. So nice and neat, I should say. Got to work on that English. So right here you can see the review. It's 4.1 out of 5, which seems good. If you do go on to, that's the other guys. If you do go on to the reviews, it's only at a 38. So it's not much to kind of take in. I would say look at other reviews, do your own research, look at a bunch of other reviews, see what other brokers, other people are saying, so you have a good idea and you can make a very informed, educated decision. So yeah, but they do have 4.2. So the people who have reviewed said good things about them. Just to go over real quick, what they have said: they listen and respond very timely. Remy did very well. They're calling out people. All this kind of stuff. They seem to answer to the feedback. Great website, great customer service, awesome customer service, is a great broker. So it seems like overall their experience has been good, maybe except for a few. Deposit $30 to test. After I see that they have a $7 per lot fee, decide to take my money back and keep it as a broker. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, my minimum amount. Okay, be careful. Okay, so a lot of people are talking about hunt your stop loss, brokers hunting stop losses. I'm not sure what this is all about. And I won't go into further detail of this. Actually, I'll keep it to what we have with OspreyFX. But yeah, so anyways, for the most part, they seem to reply to your reviews and to what you have to say. So they do keep, I guess they do keep in contact, or make sure they're in contact with you and reply to any reviews, and they have their customer service is decent. But we want to see how they are in terms of trading conditions. That's a big thing that you want to look for. How are they are the trading conditions pretty good? So just go over it real quick. They offer a bonus, a 10% deposit bonus, as well as a 30% withdraw bonus, which is pretty unique for a broker. So we'll go over that in a little bit. They don't have a mobile app, but they do offer MT4 and MT5 as shown in the previous tab right over there. And then also they're an ECN type broker, so I'll explain what that is in a little bit. Basically, in a nutshell, you can execute orders real quickly, you get good competitive prices, and all that. So yeah, I'll go over in a little bit detail about that. They aren't regulated, so they do not have any regulators, which is a little bit of a red flag, something you want to keep in mind. You want to go with brokers who are regulated. It just means you won't get any scammies. There's no room for like that scammy stuff, and they're held accountable. So we'll go over that in a little bit. Minimum deposit is $25. The only country they don't cater to is the U.S. Every other country is fair game to them. They don't they charge swaps. So swap is basically a fee that you have to pay for holding a currency or an asset overnight. It's almost like paying interest, and the amount it varies a bit depending on interest rates, currency exchange rates, all sorts of other factors. So just keep that in mind. They do have a loyalty program, and the commission that they charge is varies from $0 to $8. So it depends on what account you get. They have 4 different accounts, which I'll be going over, and they do have an accounts for Islamic clients. So if your religious belief is in Islam, then they have some benefits for you. And I think you have to provide some documentation. They don't just take your word and say, "Hey, I'm Islam," and they accept that. I think you have to provide some documentation and proof that that is your religious belief. In terms of other features that they give a funded account, which I'll be going over later. I mentioned it earlier, as well as trading competitions, which I will be going over later on as well. Here are the instruments that they have to offer, just going over what they talked about earlier. And these are different leverages. So different instruments have different leverages. 1 to 500 for Forex, 1 to 20 for stocks, which is pretty standard in terms of the industry. 1 to 500 is pretty standard. There are some that offer 1 to 1,000, which I'll be going over, which you can find in some alternatives later on. And then for the others, these seem pretty standard for the most part. Yeah, and then these are the average spreads that are charged. And looking at these from a bird's eye view, they seem pretty competitive in terms of industry wise. I primarily look at the forex ones. Usually anything around 1 is pretty good in terms of spreads. Stocks pretty good as well. So yeah, and then if you want to see the full list, I actually included that right here. So instead of having to go back and forth, it shows a full list of pairs. And if you want to look at their price, you can actually put in the symbol, the ticker, in this chart above. It's a real-time chart. It's super interactive. It shows you what's going on, what the price is right now. So let's see, for example, you want to look at euro USD. Okay, can I spell today? There we go. Euro USD. Okay, so just give it a minute. There we go. Okay, so let's pick that one, and it shows you the current price, what's going on right now. You can even change time frames, which is pretty cool, and then you can change, what view you want to look. If you want to look at candlesticks, it gives you that right there, and then it gives you a little overview on some of the data, as well as some technicals and all sorts of fun stuff. So it's a pretty cool tool to use. Check it out, thesambonetwork.com/OspreyFX. And yeah, all of these are over here. Again, check with the website. Sometimes they'll change, they'll add new instruments. So, just go back and forth. But here is the latest one, dated back from December 19th, as of December 19th, 2022. So there's your straight link. If you do want to go straight to the final thoughts to get an overview, if you want to skip all the fun mumbo jumbo, just click that and it'll take you straight there. These are some helpful links that takes you to their frequently asked questions. If you have any questions or if you want to know about certain things, I'm sure other people have asked the same questions, so you can find out the answer there. This takes you to their support page, so if you want to send out an email or submit a ticket. The one thing about their support I've realized, I don't know if it's because of my browser or maybe my connection or where I'm located, but I wasn't able to use the live chat. It seemed to have been just disabled for me. So try it out yourself, see if it works, and you get a response right away. That was the one thing that kind of was like, okay, a little bit of inconvenience, but maybe it's just from my end. I'm not too sure. And then this takes you to the account opening. So you can open an account right away if you click on this link. And if you are interested, if you want to know, if you want some help or some guidance or some ways to increase your odds of success in trading, it's an odds game at the end of the day. It's all about probabilities and odds. And if you want to increase your odds of surviving in these markets, simply just subscribe. I provide free information, free guides on helping you to navigate the markets easier. It's all about simplicity, just keeping things simple. It's not going to be super complicated and all these big major things. It is a process, though. It does take work. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But if you're interested, click on this link, just sign up, subscribe, and I'll be providing you good information, stuff that is valuable, not just spamming you with things that are useless. Really want to help you at the end of the day succeed if trading is your thing and something you want to do for the long run. Now going forward, looking at the accounts that they have to offer, they got 4 different accounts: the standard, the pro, the VAR, which is I'm guessing means variable, and then the mini. The mini one seems to be the most attractive. It's only for Forex, so the pro, VAR, and mini are only for Forex. You can only trade Forex on them. Standard is the only one you could trade every other instrument out there. And then the minimum deposit for this one, I'm just going to focus on this, is $25. So you only need to deposit $25. It gives you 29 pairs, which is pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's all the majors. So most of the time you'll be trading the majors anyways. If you're a trader who's been trading a long time, you'll notice that. And then the commission is pretty nice and attractive, $0 commission, and the spread is pretty tight at 1, which is pretty good, which is nice. So this is kind of like the best of both, which isn't offered much by many brokers. Very few brokers offer this type of deal. There are some, which I'll be going over, and I'll show you a comparison. But one thing I want to highlight is the lot. So this is commission per lot, and then the lot conversion, it varies depending on what instrument and what asset you're trading. So for example, this is the one that it gives a conversion for say crypto. So everyone has a different unit. So say one lot is 1 unit in Bitcoin. However, one lot in say XRP is 10,000 units. So just keep that in mind when you're trading, when you're putting on your positions and you're calculating commissions and all that. Just bear that in mind and take that into account. Now going back up here, yeah, so that's what they have to offer in terms of accounts. You can go through and see which one is right for you. Now going forward to the bonuses that they have to offer. So they offer a 10 to 20% bonus depending on the time. Some clients or sometimes they give a 20% bonus, but for the most part it's 10%. And it's 10%. That is for MT4 accounts only. So it's only for MT4, and the maximum bonus they give is 5,000 in the currency deposited. So it's fixed amount in whatever currency. You don't have to do the exchange rate or do the math and all that kind of fun stuff. That's the maximum that they give. So not saying the maximum you can deposit is 5,000. You can deposit unlimited amount. It's just that the maximum bonus they'll give you is up to 5,000. So they won't go anything past that. So just keep that in mind. And these are the requirements in order to get the bonus. You have to trade at least one lot per $5. So just to give you an example on what that means, if you say deposit $1,000 and the bonus is $100, 10%, then you would need to trade 20 lots in order to get the bonus. So just some simple math there. So it's basically, yeah, so every lot is $5 pretty much. And then there's no time limit to reach this requirement. If you have any questions, you can check out the details here. That'll give you a little bit more information if that's confusing. Hopefully that analogy helped, or that kind of made things a little clear. And then these are the assets that can be traded to qualify for that bonus. So it's Forex, crypto, and metals. Only these ones qualify for the bonus. Now they have another one, which is a 20% withdrawal bonus, which is kind of interesting. I think it's a way for them to keep your money, and you kind of know the whole idea. I think you can figure out the idea why they would have something like this, but you can use this to your advantage and get you can get up to 30% bonus with this. So how it works is it comes in the form of points. Those points are then converted based on the lots you trade. So like one lot, so the conversion works is one lot equals to $5 worth in points. So for example, if you request a $50 withdrawal and you choose the bonus method, or you choose the bonus option, you will receive 10 points. So 1 point is equal to $1. Basically, that's how that conversion works out. And then essentially you will trade 2 lots in order to transfer those points to dollar value, which is going to be credited to your account, $10 in this case. So you do have a requirement to trade a certain amount of lots to get any of these bonuses. That's how it works with OspreyFX. And if you want more details on that, you can find out here. You can just click on this link and it'll take you straight there. Now, next thing I want to touch on is ECN. So I mentioned ECN earlier. OspreyFX is an ECN broker, which stands for Electronic Communication Network. Now, if you don't know what an ECN broker is, basically the main primary benefit of an ECN broker is the execution. So you're going to get ultra fast instant execution. You're going to get good prices. You are going to get really tight spreads. Commission varies depending on the broker, but for the most part, those are the big things. And they're really advantageous for traders who are on shorter time frames, or who use EAs, who are scalpers, and they want the best price. They don't want any slippage or delays. So with other brokers that don't fall into these categories, other forms of ECN can be also or forms of really instant executing brokers are VPS, DMA, STP. Those type of brokers, they offer really instant execution. It's almost like getting the price straight from the liquidity broker or from the provider. It's almost like getting the price straight from, say, if you're getting water, you're getting it straight from the source instead of having to go through a distributor like Nestle or whatever. Just pointing out names, you don't have to go through a distributor. They mark up the price, they change the price, and then maybe there's a little bit of a delay. Instead, you just go straight to the source. You get the water right away. You get it at whatever that cost is right there and then. and you don't have to worry about any delays, because the thing about delays is there's often a requote, and then the price may change, and it's usually not in favor or what you're expecting. So you want to keep that in mind. ECN brokers are good for that. They cut out all that slippage and those delays and everything, and they give you the best price. So ECN brokers are great. It's what you want to look for if you want orders executed right away. So yeah, commissions and spreads, they charge very low commissions. I kind of touched on that earlier, but if you want a little bit more of a detail analysis, then you can again come down and scroll down to this part in the article to take a look. Now, another cool thing they offer is funded accounts. Funded accounts, a broker to offer a funded account, it's kind of like a hybrid type thing, which is kind of cool. You don't see that very often. And more, I've noticed a few more brokers go into this who are that offer funded accounts. So this might be a new wave, kind of like something new coming in. It's like these hybrid brokers coming out. And these guys are one of them. So what they do, basically how it works is you apply for amount of capital that you want. It can be either 100,000 or 10,000, whatever it may be. In this case over here, they have all these options. So say you opt to apply for 25,000. You pay a one-time fee of $220, and then you go through an evaluation process before you get that capital. So what you do is you go through a demo process. There's 2 phases of this. So you go through the demo phase, which works like this. So you got 30 days to reach a target. In this case, it's 10%. So you got 30 days to reach 10%, and you have to trade at least 10 days out of those 30 days to reach that target. And within that period, if your account reaches either minus 5% in a day, then it's cut out. But if it reaches minus 12% overall, then it's cut out. Then that means you're out of the competition or out of the trial, and that's it. And I don't think and the thing is that the fee is non-refundable as well. That's kind of standard. Most firms have that. Most firms have fees that are non-refundable, so it's going to be hard to find a firm that offers refundable fees. And even if they do, you have to meet a certain set of conditions, such as your account can't be in the negative, or you can't hit your stop loss or violate any of the rules. So they do have some requirements. It's not just a straight you get a refund if you're not satisfied type of thing. It's a little bit different when it comes to trading these refunds. So keep that in mind. Now, if you do pass that phase, you reach onto the verification phase, where now you have 60 days to reach 8% of profit. And within that time, you have to trade at least 10 days, and you cannot let your account go either below 5% in a day or 12% overall. And then once you pass that, now you're funded. Now, the cool thing about this one is you get a full refund on that, as well as a $1,000 bonus, which is kind of nice. And then on top of that, any profits that you do make, you get 70% of the split of those profits. And there's no minimum amount of days. There's no target or minimum amount of days to reach. So it's almost like it's just super flexible. You can trade. The only thing they stress is just don't reach the loss limit. That's about it. And that's kind of what most firms stress upon, these prop firms that fund you. If you were interested in that, and if you're curious about that, they emphasize a lot on risk management. So they're looking for good risk managers, not big time like profitable, like high profit traders. They want to look for traders who manage their risk, who understand risk, and respect risk on top of that. So keep that in mind. Now, if you do want to look for some alternatives, there are some alternatives out there that only require you to go through like one phase of evaluation, and they have a little bit of a looser, I guess, leash, not as many limits. Like they don't have minimum amount of days. Some of them let you trade for however many days you want or can. They don't have a limit on that. They usually don't have a limit on the target you have to reach, and you can find those alternatives here. So I've created some quick links to take you there. And on top of that, if you don't want to go through the evaluation phase and just get your money right away, you can skip that whole process and just get funded right from the start and start making money a lot sooner and getting paid out a lot sooner. So there's some options here. Just click on these links, and I think they're pretty good, in my opinion, my own biased opinion. But check them out yourself. Let me know what you think, and see if these interest you, and go ahead and apply to them. You can do that right away. So that's for the funded account. Oh, I also want to mention, if you do decide to go with the funded account option with Osprey, they do have a 30% off discount, as well as a $2,000 bonus once you pass stage 2, once you pass second stage. So $2,000 and 30% off if you use the coupon code SANTA, SANTA. Santa Claus, and the offer expires on the 24th. So if you're seeing this right now before the 24th, and it's worth taking advantage of. Not a lot of firms offer a bonus on passing a stage, so just keep that in mind, and check them out. Now, a couple other things to note: they have a loyalty program which pays 50 cents or 0.5 dollar or whatever currency the account is traded in per lot. So that's their little cashback program. It applies to only Forex, crypto, and metals, and it's for new existing clients. And if you want to find more details, just click on the link. They also have competitions, which are basically performance competitions or raffle draws where the prizes can go up to $1,000. They have this on occasion. They don't have it all the time. I know right now they don't have anything, but maybe when you're watching this video, when you click on check out this link, maybe they'll have one available at the time. So you can go on and check those out. A lot of them are free. Some of them may require $50 a deposit, and you need to trade at least one lot in order to qualify. And then others require just to put on a single trade in order to participate in these competitions. In terms of deposit methods, they're like most other brokers. They accept credit or debit card. They also accept wire transfer from bank, and then this one accepts also VLoad. I'm not sure what VLoad is, but if you're a VLoad user, then hey, you might like it. This might be this might be advantageous for you, as well as Bitcoin. So they also accept Bitcoin as a form of deposit currency as well. And then these are all the different currencies that they take in. Most of them are the major ones: USD, CAD, Euro, Pound, as well as Aussie, and then Bitcoin for the most part when it comes to crypto. Now, the one thing I do want to highlight, want to make kind of mention, is their regulation. So they're not regulated by any body or any region. They are registered. So they're a registered broker. They're registered in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and they do provide a risk disclosure, kind of just basically saying, be careful, make sure that you understand risk and know that you can lose your entire account. Trading is risky, that kind of stuff that most brokers give out anyways. So keep that in mind. Just something to take note of. If you do decide to go with them, I would suggest maybe going with a smaller account just to test them out and see. Biggest thing is, okay, can I get my money back? Can I withdraw my money right away? Are they going to give me a headache? If not, then okay, they seem fine. The conditions seem good. You can execute orders right away. They have tight spreads and competitive prices, so that's kind of a plus. But just keep in mind that you do want to go, if you go with an unregulated broker, the thing is they can kind of change their subjects, change their terms quite quickly without having to go through someone or go through like a body or some kind of regulator or sort of like a lawmaker in a way to check and make sure that they can make those changes and that it's ethical and all that kind of stuff. It's almost like they play by their own rules. They can kind of do a little bit of whatever they want without having someone watching over their shoulder. So that's the thing with regulators, with regulated brokers. They have people watching over their shoulders, making sure that what they're doing is ethical and in the best interest of the client at the end of the day. So just keep that in mind with OspreyFX. And so just going over the final thoughts, that's kind of what I went over. If you're looking at this article and you want to go straight there, this is kind of like it just makes everything brief and condenses everything down. And quick links to open up an account, check out some of their questions. If you have questions that weren't answered in this article, you can go straight to their page and check them out. And and then if you're looking for some advice, I mentioned it before, but yeah, there you go. There's the sign up page right there for you. Now, here are some alternatives to OspreyFX. If what you see is not to your liking, you think, is there anything better out there? Is there a better deal, better better bonus, or one that's regulated? I put some quick links here and a quick little overview to show what else is out there. OctaFX stands out in terms of the quick sort of alternative that offers a bit of the same, but a little bit more. If you're someone who's looking for bonuses, they give a 50% bonus on each deposit, which is pretty cool. Each deposit. So each time you make a deposit, they give you a bonus. Now, it may not be 50%, but for the most part, it's 50% what is that is advertised. Sometimes they'll have special events. Sometimes they'll have special events that offer 100% deposit bonus, which is pretty cool, which is not really common for a broker to do. So that's pretty advantageous. You can really scale up your account if you're someone who makes numerous deposits. You can take advantage of that and maximize your deposits and basically scale up your capital, as to say. The whole point of deposit is to increase your capital, not to withdraw more money, because they have a lot of requirements in order to withdraw. You have to trade a certain amount of lots and blah, blah, blah. So this is more so to use as capital. So keep that in mind when it comes to deposits and bonuses and all that kind of stuff. These guys have been around since 2011. They have good reviews. You probably saw a little snapshot earlier, but they have good reviews as well as a lot of reviews. 3,800 people reviewed, and most of them say good things. So that's a good gauge that kind of gives you a better idea on where this broker stands relative to others such as Osprey. They're also an ECN type broker, so your orders get executed right away. They give you the best price. You don't have to worry about slippage or any delays or requotes or anything like that. Minimum deposit is $100. They serve everyone except for the US and UK. So just keep that in mind. They do allow copy trading. Copy trading is a good tool to use. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. They have their own loyalty program. This one is nice. They give some discounts on spreads. They give you lower spreads. They also provide swap free. They don't charge for swaps on some, and as well as other benefits. And they have like a tier system, so you can sort of level up. And every time you level up, you get more benefits. So you can find out more about that on their page by either clicking any of these links. And they charge 0 commission, which is nice. So that's kind of cool. They don't charge any commission at all. And they do have Islamic accounts. And like I mentioned, they don't charge any swaps. So that's pretty nice. You don't have to pay any interest or worry about any of that. You can hold your positions overnight and not worry about paying anything extra. In terms of instruments and leverage, they're pretty similar to Osprey. Their Forex is a little bit higher in terms of spreads, but with 0 commissions and no swaps being charged, that's kind of okay because it's almost the same. It's basically levels out. Leverage is pretty much the same. So yeah, you're getting a better deal. The only difference is you're getting more of a bonus here, as well as you're probably getting some other cool features. They also have their own web trader and mobile app, and some unique features. This is pretty cool. Right now they have a promotion called the Festive Express, which is kind of like a year-end New Year type of promotion that's going on. They have all these different deals right now. For example, if you open up an account or make a deposit between the 19th, today actually, the 19th and 26th, you get 100% bonus, which is pretty cool. So right now they have that going on. Go check it out by clicking you can check it out by clicking on one of the links. Or actually, I should put a link up there. Actually, I'll put a link in the description below. That'll take you to that page because I know that's not on their homepage there. You have to type in a specific URL. Anyways. They also have demo contests, so similar to Osprey. You sign up for a demo account and you can win up to, I think it was up to like $500 or more or something for based on your performance at the end of the month. And they have these usually on a monthly basis, so it's pretty cool. Trade to win. This is nice because you get this is kind of like their sort of cashback. The more you trade, the more items you can actually redeem. So it's pretty cool items. You can redeem up to like a MacBook or like a watch, one of those smartwatches or something like that, as well as battery packs, all these cool things. So actually useful things, useful items that you can redeem for trading. So do check them out. You can check them out. You can open up an account. It's really quick and easy. You can ask their support. Their support is pretty good. They have a really very quick responding live chat. And they answer all your questions quite nicely. You can also check out their FAQ page if you have any other questions that you want to find out. And yeah, check them out. They're worth taking a look at. I like OspreyFX. They have really good service, and they offer some pretty competitive advantages in the industry. So have a look at them. Another one I want to mention, this is for clients or people who are in the US and want to take that advantage of some of what OspreyFX has, but a little bit more. eToro, you probably heard of eToro. They've been around forever. They're pretty highly regulated. You can see here that they're like one of the highest regulated brokers out there, which adds a lot of confidence and a lot of trust, I would say. So that's pretty nice. They have really good reviews, pretty up there. And yes, and then some of the other things to take note of is copy trading. They have one of the best or better copy trade platforms out there, where not only can you copy the trades of successful traders on profitable traders on there, but you can also reach out to them, ask them questions, engage in conversation, which I think is a cool way to, you know, find a mentor, find someone. If you're looking for a strategy and looking for how to trade, you can leverage these guys and ask them, you know, pick their brain and find out what their strategy consists, and helps you get a better idea on how you should be thinking and operating your trades and developing your strategies when it comes to trading. So I think that's pretty cool that eToro has to offer, and copy trading in overall. They have their own loyalty program, which is pretty nice. I think when you reach up to certain levels, they give you a cash back on top of your trades, so that's pretty nice. They also offer no commissions. They're they're known for offering no commissions, which is nice. You get to save up, as well as their spreads are pretty competitive for the most part, and their leverage is pretty cool. So I mean, leverage of 1 to 400, that's pretty competitive in terms of industry. If you're trading forex, 1.5 in terms of spread, that's pretty nice. They also offer crypto staking and eToro money. So they have their own, I guess that's their digital wallet. And staking is, yeah, you can earn for holding crypto. Basically, you get a little bit of interest paid when you hold it. So that's pretty cool. And one thing I do want to mention, I kind of skipped over it, is the $10 bonus. So if you do want to open up an account with eToro and take advantage of the $10 bonus on a $100 deposit, you would have to click on this link here. They don't have a link on their page. It's only a specific link that is provided, and that is only here. So if you go on this article, which is thesamplonetwork.com/OspreyFX, and then just scroll down to the bottom, you can just click on this button here, and it'll take you straight to the login. Here, I'll even show you right now. It'll take you straight to their the landing page that gives you $10 cashback. There you go. Yeah, so only on this page here where you can get that, and by clicking on this link here, this is access to their support, which is pretty good, as well as their frequently asked questions and all that fun stuff. So hope you found this pretty informative, pretty useful. I know it's an OspreyFX review, but these are some of the alternatives to check out if you're interested. And if you do like OspreyFX, and if you want to test them out, do so by clicking on any of the link below, or the link in the article if you're on the article. And if you are interested in increasing your odds, getting some guidance, learning about how to navigate the markets with a more appropriate and I guess more mindset that is advantageous to your long-term survival in the markets, then check out this link. Subscribe to the newsletter. I send out information, not like a spammer, but more so information that I would think would be valuable for beginners. As a trader myself, I want to help out other traders and make sure that they're, you know, trading with an appropriate mindset and attitudes and expectations, which is a big thing. So anyways, hopefully you found this useful. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I know this is a really long video, but I thought I'd pack in more information and more useful information than to just run through and make it quick. So anyways, take care and trade simple. Cheers.